Dear MCA1 students of the academic year 2021, I welcome you all to this first online session of data structure and algorithm for your semester 1. This will be the our your weekly summarized session online. Those who are not able to attend academically for the regular sessions for such students, we are Dr. Munji Institute is arranging these remedial courses. All are requested to attend as per the schedule. Am I audible to you?
Yes.
Okay, we will start within a minute.
Okay, sir.
Yes. बाकीचे okay students, I welcome you all to this online session of the data structure and algorithm. As you have been told that these are the remedial courses made available to you so that you can accelerate on your studies. And if there are like whatever the weekly courses have been taken in the regular sessions, this will be like a summarized nutshell and capsule for that particular week. Today I will just share the screen. Before that, I will just request to you to please mute yourself and mark your attendance by entering your roll number and name at the chat box. Let me share the screen with you. We'll first go through the syllabus. Though all of us know the syllabus, it's just like a overview of syllabus, what is there. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, sir. This thing.
Thank you. Yes, Sauta Bacha is also joined. Now, being your first time, this is as I have been told to you at the regular sessions also that you have been very lucky to have the 2 year syllabus, and you are being your first batch of the 2 year syllabus. It will be like a value added advantage to you. This is your syllabus structure for you, and current we will directly. This is the same one syllabus. We will deal with the data structure and algorithm directly. I will not waste much time. Mark your attendance sound at your chat box by entering your name and roll number. Okay, this is the something that we are going to learn at the data structure, as I have told you at the regular sessions also, that this will be the 75 marks total, 25 marks for the internal and 50 marks for the external. 3 lectures per week will be there. And this particular subject we are going to study with respect to the course outcomes, that are the demonstration of the linear data structure like linked list and stack queue, implementation of the tree graph. These are the secondary data structures, or you can say the non-linear data structure. In case of any audio or video problem, please you can unmute yourself and share any problem is there, or you can post your queries through the chat box also. But instead of chat box, it will be better to directly have a talk. Then the applying the brute force, that are the some of the backtracking technique, searching and sorting technique, then divide and conquer approaches, greedy approaches, and implementing dynamic programming technique. These will be under the apply. This is the particular syllabus for you. Linked list. Today we will deal with the linked list, then the stack queues. I will not go to the details of the syllabus, as I expect that you might have gone through the syllabus many times till nowadays. Tree will be the next, and the graph. Remember, stack queue will be there for the demonstration purpose, and tree and graph will be there for the implement. Means, moreover, the questions will be there on the trees and graphs. And as today we have discussed, sorry, yesterday we have discussed at the classroom, there will be the questions on the stack and queue applications also, like parsing of the any equation, or like a equation solution using postfix, infix, etc. Then the brute force means various searching techniques will we have to see with their help or their application in the cryptography. That will be the extra reading. Extra reading means there will be the no university questions on that, but you have to know that it will be like awareness for you. That is something. Then the greedy technique, Prim's algorithm, Kruskal's algorithm will be there. Then divide and conquer, some of the Pascal triangle, Euclidean algorithm, sorting techniques, majorly with the merge sort, quick sort will be there. Mark your attendance. Those who are lately joined, please mark your attendance. Dynamic programming, that will be your syllabus as such. I will not go through the details of the syllabus. Let me show you the list of reference book. It will be, I think all of you might have got your reference book set of the MC1 same one from the DMI library. अगर आपने अभी तक वो लिया नहीं, I will request you to please contact to the library and get it done. And this is the major point, that course should be taught independent of any programming language. Means there will be no programming question as such. Whatever the situation based questions will be there, and you have to apply the appropriate algorithm, appropriate data structure, and solve the equation or solve that given situation, give the optimum solution to that situation. Such questions will be there at your exam, or given any particular situation which data structure will be applicable, that way it will be there. Now we will start with our linked list topic. That is our first chapter. I hope PPT is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Thank you. Mark your attendance, Gaurav. Yes. So the learning outcome of the PP linked list topic is the write a class using the Java, of course, because Java is your practical subject language. Then understand the doubly linked list, write a proper code to manipulate the linked list in the Java, and explain the differences between the arrays and linked list. As we have discussed many times that there will be the arrays and linked list. Arrays are the primary, secondary data types under the static memory allocation, and linked lists are the example of the dynamic memory allocation. Means as and when required, you are allocating memory. That is mean the dynamic memory allocation. Also, we have discussed, we have gone through the difference between the defining any particular data type or variable and declaring that data type or variable. Means you have to, declaring means what? You are just declaring that you are going to use that variable. But defining means whenever you are using that variable, you are actually allocating some value in that variable, then it is means by the definition of that variable. We have also seen that what do you mean by the हेडर फाइल में जो सी की हमने एग्जांपल ली थी सी या सीपीपी का, कि हेडर फाइल में सब एक डेटा टाइप के डेफिनेशंस होते हैं, और हम यहाँ पे वो अपने डॉट सी या डॉट सीपीपी में उसे डिक्लेयर करते हैं. So our lecture scope will be there with respect to the list, linked list, singly and doubly, and linked list analysis with the complexity analysis for the singly and doubly. Now, what do you mean by the list? It's just nothing but the sequence of element in a certain order, like a shopping list or anything else. Then the basic operations available on the list are the traversing operations, searching a given element whether it is there or not, inserting any node or deleting any node from the list. Of course, creating list will be the one default operation. Thus, there will be the 5 total operations: traversing, searching, inserting, and deleting the node. These are the basic operations we have discussing. Retrieving, searching means retrieving also, removing, deleting, and inserting. Remember, these are being the remedial courses. I can't go very much detail to that particular topic. As usual in our morning sessions, we are going to the detail. We are reiterating that particular points, but at the evening or remedial session, it may not be possible. So it's a humble request from faculty side that please go through the PPTs and PDF notes available on your Google Classroom time to time, download them and go through them. And you can contact us, any of the faculty, for any of the academic query at any time, so that lecture timing will be, we will utilize more for the imparting of the knowledge or imparting of the syllabus. So these are the arrays. As we knew that the arrays have the index, that the subscription starting from the 0. We also discussed that why the 0, that is the base address of any array. And array is always stored using the contiguous memory. Okay. Arrays are also stored using the contiguous memory. Means if suppose there are base address is suppose 100 and you are storing the 10 integers, then it is totally 100 to 120. That's it, 2 bytes per integer. Then that total will be there. Afia Sheikh, please mark your attendance at the chat box by entering your name and roll number. And you can mute yourself. If there is any query to be raised, you can use the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and write it down. Okay? Or you can spell out it. Okay, we will continue with our session. So these are the basic default declarations or declarations related to the arrays. This is using the obviously the first to the next element size is 5, means these are the integer, as we have discussed, that is contiguous means what, one after another it is directly used. Memory allocation is used, that is called as a static memory allocation. The size of an array is the number of bytes allocated for it, number of elements into the byte needed for the each element. Means if suppose our is the is of the 5 integers array, then the total bytes required will be the 10 bytes required, and accordingly we can store the array and use that array. Okay. Afia Sheikh, please mark your attendance. Yes, thank you. Okay, this is the array terminology examples. Elements length of the array. Once the array is created, its size is fixed. All of us note that being the array is the for a static memory allocation, we cannot update the size of array later on. Okay, once it is declared of suppose the 10th location, 10 location, then we cannot decrease the our size of the array. That is the limitation of the static memory allocation. To overcome that limitation, there comes the dynamic memory allocation. And using dynamic memory allocation also, we can have the linked list. Okay, using array also we can use the linked list, and using dynamic memory allocation. The second part of the under array is the multidimensional arrays, wherein we are having the rows and columns. Multidimensional means more than one dimension. Instead of having just single integer a to 10, a of 10, we can have the a of 10 10, means the total number of integers in the a of 10 10 array will be the 100 integers can be stored in the a of 10 10. I again request those who are late coming, please mark your attendance. Use optimally your Google Classroom for your knowledge. And these online sessions are like you can say the summarize or capsule sessions to brush up your knowledge, brush up your academic during that particular week. Okay, this is the example of the 2D array operations of the array. As usual, we can search, insert, delete, or retrieve and travel that particular array. These are common operations available. Element need to be shifted down before insertion and shifted up after the deletion. It is actually array is an suitable structure when a small number of insertions and deletions are required. But if suppose we have to do the large number or lot of search and retrieval, then array is not suitable. And that's why here we say the pros and cons of the array. Pros means the positive side, the fast element access being index one, we can fastly access the elements. And cons means the negative points of the any array or static memory allocation is that while many applications require resizing, static array it is not possible to resize the array, and required the size is always may not be available. Okay, nowadays it is not any negative point. It was there before when your C or CPP or any programming editor was on the DOS base, but nowadays it is a window based editor, so it is not a problem with respect to the availability of the memory. So these are the arrays are suitable for the inserting and deleting, randomly accessing any element, searching, and linked list. Instead of using array, if suppose we are using the linked list, then they are suitable for the inserting, deleting application where the sequential access is required, or situation where we have to access cannot be predicted beforehand, or number of elements cannot be predicted. Then in such a situation, linked lists are very much suitable instead of arrays. Now we are coming basically to our main topic, core topic of this chapter 1, that is linked list. What do you mean by the linked list? A linked structure is introduced to overcome the limitations of the array and allow the easy and insertion and deletion, that is easy updation of the list. Okay, storing data item in an array, as we have discussed, there are two limitations, that the array size is fixed, and secondly, the array are next to each other in the memory, and that's why inserting may not be possible, and that's why there is a need of the link structure, that is called as a linked list. Link structure is introduced to overcome such limitations, and the collection of nodes storing data item. What do you mean by the linked list? A collection of nodes storing data items and linked to each other with their memory addresses. Each node has a data and a reference field. We knew the graphical representation of the any link structure, that data and reference field. This is the graphical representation of the linked list. Linked lists are the dynamic data structure that grow and shrink one element at a time, normally without some of the insufficiencies of the array. This is the A means the data, and that arrow represent the memory address of the next node, that is B and B. Then the C memory address of the C will be there. And lastly, at the any tail node, this is called as a tail node, whereas this is called as a head or start of the linked list. And it will be like you can say it is a null means there is last node. Okay, means it will be there is no further node in that particular linked list. That is the meaning of the address null. This how we can define the class node integer data node next equal to node next means it will be the address equal to null. By default it will be null. It is a good practice, programming practice, to always declare pointer variable with the value null, to always initialize pointer variable with the value null. This is the one programming tip for you. अगर आपको garbage आना नहीं चाहिए ऐसे लग रहा है, then always initialize any programming variable which you are going to use later on in your program with the value null. That is always the good programming practice. Head pointer to the first node and last node points to the null. Okay, that's way it is the single linked list. Now this is the doubly linked list. Linked list can be a single means what? There will be only a left to right access is possible, or one way access is possible from head to the tail, from start to the last node. Whereas in a doubly linked list, you can move to and fro. To and fro means to left also and to right also. It is possible to move on, and that's way it is okay to have the doubly linked list as shown on your figure screen. That this will be your central part will be your data, and this will be your next pointer, and this will be your previous pointer. Okay, that's how we can have the doubly linked list. The front pointer means the previous pointer of the front node is always null, as well as the next pointer of the last node is null. Back pointer, it is called as a front pointer. Okay, and this particular diagram you can depict, you can go through this diagram, that this is a doubly linked list, whereas this is the singly linked list. Okay, see the front, you can have that particular representation also, that is a singly one. This is the circular linked list. Remember, circular linked list is not there for your regular syllabus, but it is given as a extra reading at your syllabus. Means there will be no university questions at the extra reading, but it will be like a beneficial for you to read out that particular topic. Circular means what? The last null is replaced by the address of the first node. Okay, that is nothing but the circular linked list, and the head is the like a starting node, and that head and this address will be the same one. That's how we can have the traversing of that circular linked list. That tip is given. Check if the pointer of the current node is equal to the head. Agar pointer of current node is okay equal to the head, then you have to stop the traversing, means you have to stop the printing list. Okay, that's how we can process with the list. I hope that till this point everything is okay with you. You are getting what I am imparting to you. If there is any problem, please let me know so that we can, if there are any issues with अगर आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आए, then we can improve on it. I hope I am audible and visible to you. PPT is visible to you. No
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
more who is joining.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And thank you for joining on time, because many times it happens online that the students are not joining on time and you're joining very much on the time. That's it's really appreciable on your side. Okay, we'll move further. This is a circular linked list, circular singly linked list, and circular doubly linked list. The only difference is what? In a singly, as usual, you can have the only one directional or unidirectional traversing, whereas in a circular doubly linked list, you can travel both way, from left to right as well as from right to left. That is the only difference, but you have to always mark that your current node should be there. Your head node or start node pointer should be with your program control. Okay, means if you are losing that pointer value, pointer address, memory address, then obviously you are going to print garbage or your program will not be a successful one. These are the singly linked list A, B, C. Then the last is null element linked to the next node. Singly linked is a concrete data structure consisting of the sequence of node. Now what we can do: insertion, before insertion and after insertion. If suppose we have to add at the first location, then how it will be added? The first step is that update the next link of the new node to the pointer to the current head node. Then it will be entered, or that new node will be the new head, and update the head link to the point to the new node. Okay, that's way we can add the new node at the first position or first node. This is the algorithm. As I have told you that as per syllabus, there is no specific programming language for the data structure and algorithm with respect to the theory. That's why we have to learn it in an algorithmic way. But with respect to the any programming language, it is there at your practical. You have to apply the Java and do your practical, and for the Java programming also and for the DS also. To get acquainted with the Java programming, yesterday only I have shared two apps on our WhatsApp group. Do install them, do download, and it is like a simulator, and really simulations will give you the more and more confidence while programming yourself. This is the adding at the last node. First step, update the link of the current tail node to point to the new node. Then update the tail link to the point to the new node. Okay, अगर आपने यहाँ पे ध्यान दिया तो यहाँ पे ये last node था 2 का, and this is a new node we have added. We have replaced this null by the new address of new node. And second step, we have replaced the address of the tail at the address of the new node. Okay, that's how we can add at the last node. Then inserting in between, that is, suppose we have to insert between -1 and 16, then how this is a new node is there. First step, update the link of the new node, point to the next node, means pointing to the 16, and then you can update the -1 pointer, means memory reference address of the -1, next pointer of the -1 with the link of the previous node. That is a new node pointing to the new node. Okay, that's how you can insert a node between any two nodes of the linked list in between. Now these are the linked list deletion. First, we have to check few cases we have to account for while deleting any linked list or node. The first, whether the list is empty or not, or node to remove is the only linked list, or we are removing the head node, or we are removing the tail node. These are the boundary cases. And the regular cases like last two, node to remove is somewhere in between, and item to remove it doesn't exist. Okay, जो आप remove करना चाहते हैं वो item वहीं पे exist ही नहीं करता. These are the possibilities while deleting any node from the single linked list. That's how algorithm is there. This particular PPT is available at your Google Classroom. You might have gone through. I will request all of you to please have a separate notebook or register for the DSA and handwritten all the algorithms right from chapter 1, stack, queue, linked list for every data structure operation, so that it will be a good practice for you to remember that algorithm and apply them again and again. That will give you the good practice for solving the university question paper. Yesterday only we have seen in a regular morning session that how we can just miss out on the track and give the wrong answer. Okay, that's why be careful while solving any algorithm. Okay, now we will start with the W linked list as the your on screen previous, next, and the element that is the data is at the center, and that's how we can have the head and trailer that is a tail last node, and linked list will be there. Element can be anything. Element can be like an integer or any particular alphabetic or even any complex data like picture or array itself or a structure itself or any file itself. Element or content can be anything. Okay, that's how the W linked list is there. Head, see here, the last node contain the next part as a null, next pointer as a null, and the first node previous pointer as a null. Okay, that symbol denotes the null in programming, algorithmic way, algorithmic languages. These are the advantages that the given a node, it is easy to visit the predecessor and convenient to travel list backward also. That is the one ad, advantage of the doubly over the singly linked list. This is a node class of the W linked list. This is all available at your Google Classroom. I will not go to the details of that definition and declaration again, that how to develop or how to define a class. See, the protected string is there, then the public denote element, then the previous and next are the two pointer that return the element to the, this node, and some of the functions have been declared like a get element, then the get previous, get next, set element, set previous, and set next. These are the some of the functions, or you can say the member functions rather, which are of type public. We knew what do we mean by the public means which can be accessed outside from the class also, and protected or private means they have to access inside from the class or can be accessed by the member function of that class only. That is the meaning of protected and private data members under the any class. This is again how we can insert the any particular node at the head of the any W linked list. Like suppose we wish to insert the Sydney at the head, then how we can insert before and after. If you wish to insert anything between in middle, suppose we wish to insert Sydney in between the Seattle and New York, then how it can be there. Just replacement of the address as like our we have seen that replacement at our inserting of the singly linked list. Add first, then the add last, add next, add first. We have seen then the add last we send and add in between. Insertion that is called general case. We have seen that in the same way we have to replace the memory address at the previous and next also. That is the our inserting at the middle, inserting at the head. Now we will see how to remove a tail from the W linked list. We have to just replace. If suppose we wish to remove the New York, which is the last one, then whatever the trailer means here there is a null. Then you have to just replace this particular Sydney next pointer as a null. Sydney's next pointer as a null, or pointing to the trailer means it is a null actually, and that's how you can remove the New York node from the W linked list. Then removing further from the middle, if suppose we have to remove the Sydney means what? Seattle के next में जो भी आपका सिडनी का एड्रेस है, you have to replace it by the address of the New York. Means suppose this is a previous, this is a current, and this is a next. Then previous pointer next PTR, this is the next PTR NXT we will say is equal to the current pointer NXT. Okay, is equal to the current pointer NXT. Always remember while writing algorithm or program for the any dynamic programming or any you can say the pointer programming, memory programming, the sequence of statement does matter. आप कौन सा स्टेटमेंट कौन से सीक्वेंस में लिख रहे हैं, that does matter. अगर आपके सीक्वेंस कुछ ऊपर नीचे हो गई, then obviously you are going to lose your program control and it will be a wrong outcome for even your program will not give the outcome as such. Then in the essence of the for insertion, the record is created holding a new item. Then the next pointer of the new record is, this is in nutshell, that the next pointer of the new record is set to the link it to the item which is to follow. It is in a list. Then the next pointer of the item which is to be preceded it must be modified to point to the new item. That should be the sequence. अगर आपने ये दोनों ऊपर नीचे भी किए, then you are losing your program control and insertion will not be possible. Okay. And next, for the deletion, the next pointer of the item immediately preceding the one to be deleted is altered, as like we are altering here. We are altering the Sydney का सिएटल में आप सिडनी अगर आपको डिलीट करना है तो आप सिएटल में अल्टर कर रहे थे, सिएटल के इस प्रीवियस नेक्स्ट पॉइंटर में अल्टर कर रहे थे, सो दैट इट विल गिव द डायरेक्ट एड्रेस ऑफ द न्यूयॉर्क. ओके. Preceding to the one to be deleted is alter and made it point to the item following to the deleted, यानी कि उसके बाद वो डायरेक्टली सिएटल टू न्यूयॉर्क आता था. ओके. जैसे हमने यहाँ पे देखा सिएटल टू न्यूयॉर्क, सिडनी बीच में से चला गया आफ्टर डिलीटिंग. ओके. जैसे हमने एक बार लेक्चर में भी हमने डिस्कस किया था कि व्हाट डू मीन बाय द डिलीटिंग एनी आइटम नोड, whether that is actually been deleted. No, it is been virtually deleted. Means what? Just your programming losing or forgetting that program memory address. That is meaning of the node deletion. Okay. वो वहाँ पे actually delete नहीं होता, नथिंग, यानी कि वो मेमोरी के ऊपर जब ओवरराइट होगा तभी वो डिलीट होगा. ओके. योर जस्ट रेफरेंस, आपके हाथ में जो रेफरेंस था वो आपका चला जाता है. दैट्स व्हाई यू आर सेइंग दैट इट इज द reference, it is node is being deleted. Now these are the applications of the linked list. It is very efficient data structure for sorting purpose, wherein we are having the many insertions and deletion. Linked list is a dynamic data structure in which the list can start with no nodes and grow as the new node as needed. Means as and when required you can apply, you can have the linked list. Or memory allocation, node can be easily deleted without moving to the other node, as would be the case in the array. जैसे हम array में insert करते थे कोई element in between में, तो आपको सब element उसके आगे वाले element आपको move करने पड़ते हैं. Whereas यहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ होता है क्या? No, you are just inserting that node. For example, a linked list could be used to hold the records of the student in a school. Each quarter or semester, new student enroll in the school, and some student leave or graduate. Thus, we can use the linked list as a suitable data structure for the large number of insertion and deletion wherein required, and thus where is array is not useful or static memory allocation is not useful, linked list or dynamic memory allocations are useful. Now, these are the abstract data types. Linked list or dynamic memory allocation are the abstract data type. What do you mean by the abstract? Because the details of implementation are hidden from the user. That's why it is called as abstract. And when you do some operation on the list, the say like a element insertion, then you just call a function. Through the function member function, we are doing that. This is a Java linked list example. As I have told you, this is PPT is available at your classroom, Google Classroom. Do attend that. Do visit to the be the regular visitor to your Google Classroom. That is the most required thing. Many useful links or many useful material has been there, and it will be useful for your MC as well as for your career also. Today only I have posted one Infosys related thing on your group that 2021 पास आउट बैच के लिए 2021-22 बस पास आउट बैच के लिए विप्रो है इन्फोसिस के, उनकी ऑलरेडी उन्होंने शुरुआत कर दी. देन हाउ यू कैन प्रिपेयर दैट यूट्यूब वीडियो आई हैव लिंक आई हैव पोस्टेड. आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज विजिट टू दैट वीडियो. इट विल बी अ beneficial to you. Okay, last 5 minutes are there. We will just sum up the things what we have done till this point. Okay, let's go to the first slide. We will. Okay, we have started with the linked list. Before that, we have started with the arrays. What do you mean by the array or static memory allocation? And using array, what is possible or what is not possible? What are the basic of the array that we have seen? And What are the limitations of the array due to the static memory allocation type? It is a secondary data type under any programming language, but resizing is not possible. We have to declare array size well in advance. That is one of the basic limitation. And to overcome that basic limitation, these are the pros and cons of the array. To overcome that basic limitation, we have come up with the linked list data structure, wherein we can have the link or node linked to each other. It can be a singly or doubly linked list. Then we have seen the number of operations possible on the single and doubly linked list, like addition of the node, then the inserting, that is insertion, then deletion any particular node from the particular position, then traversing the link list from to fro, or like left to right, or right to left in case of doubly linked list. That we have seen. We have seen some of the abstract data types in the Java also. We have just started discussing with the essence that what do you mean by the insertion and what do you mean by the deletion, and what are the applications of the linked list as such. Java has the built-in linked list class. You have to just use that using java.util package. What do you mean by the abstract? Wherein the unnecessary details of the implementation are hidden from the user. That is a and then complexity of one. We will discuss this complexity at the next Friday session. Complexity and other part on the Friday session, so that you will get through the knowledge. Today we have seen the syllabus and the basics of the linked list. Friday session evening, we will start with our complexity point under the linked list. Okay, if there are any questions or any queries from your side, they are welcome. You can ask me at this point also. You can call me at any point. Those who have not yet on the WhatsApp group, please join to the WhatsApp. My number I have also shared with you, and be the regular visitor with the your Google Classroom. Okay, let me stop the share. I hope the lecture was okay with you. Now the last 2 to 3 minutes are remaining. If there are any questions, they are welcome. Be like will be taken in the month of last April week or first week of the May. So please be prepared accordingly. And second point is more important, that those who are having the mini project, means all of you are having the mini project, but those who have not yet complied with the submission of the any kind of mini project synopsis or other point, they have not yet contacted to their project guide. Do contact them on personally basis at the, and Saturday if you are there, it will be like a one-to-one interaction with your project guide, and get it done, because your evaluation will be like a concurrent evaluation. So it is not required that at the end of same you are going to evaluate. And as a part of that only, on Friday there will be the class test, that is a concurrent evaluation number one for the data structure and algorithm at your regular class session lecture as per timetable, and it will be based on the our chapter 1, that is a linked list, and there will be total 5 to 4 questions with the internal option, and it will be totally of 1 hour duration for the 20 marks. Okay, with this I just we will concluding our session. If there are any issues, you can share with me. So we will again meet on our Friday as per our regular evening timetable, remedial classes timetable. As the nomenclature described that it is a remedial classes, it is expected that you are coming attending this lecture with pre-reads, have been read study material as per Google Classroom. You have gone through that, so that it will be helpful to you while analyzing or while getting through that particular session. Thank you all. I will just end the meeting. Thank you for your sincere attendance and patience. Join to the next session also at 7 o'clock.
Okay, sir. Okay.